I don't know if this is because of the Nigerian movies we've seen, where if you find your husband cheating with another woman, you leave very fast from your village to the next village and you go clobber the other woman. So probably it's become the norm because you've probably seen that in the movies. But the question I am posing today to Zulu is the need to understand why, as women, we are busy and quick to fight the other woman instead of the man we are married or are dating. Zulu, your equation.
And you know, that perception came from three misperceptions.
Okay.
There was that time when women would be bundled under one man and called co-wives. Mm-hmm. So there would be strife, and one is trying to fight for more territory, more control, more resources, more, and all that. So in those polygamy era, there was that thing of fighting the other woman.
Okay.
So some people evolved with that, of trying to get more from the man, get more from the man.
Okay.
Remember I told you, polygamy resulted because women had been subdued to be used. Mm-hmm. The courtroom was run by hyenas and goats had no right.
Yes.
So they were told where to stand and be slaughtered.
Yeah.
A woman who is self-determining will never, on her own volition, agree to be bundled with another under one man. And I told you to always suggest the other way. If a man tried to say, can I make you second wife? I was also looking for a second man.
Are you game?
Reverse it. Give them a taste of their medicine every now and then.
Yes,
just for fun.
Yes.
You know, to show them you are putting me as a thing. Let me try to put you there.
Yeah.
You get what I feel.
Yeah.
You know, so that analogy of polygamy had taught women to be against each other, as if they are competing for territory of the man. Today, your dignity is your territory. Your mind is your possession. You choose as much as he chooses you. The Song of Solomon is one man praising one woman. Praising each other. You cannot praise two queens or two kings. Love is territorial, possessive, and it's just absolute. When you're mine, you're mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the nature of love, please. These other arrangements don't have love. They may have convenience, they may have many other things, but it's not love. Love is treasuring and exchanging, and the imagery of Christ and the church is always one bride, one groom. These other stories you hear today are all contortions and twisting. Really, remember, the enemy does not create, he only imitates. So God invented husband, wife, Adam and Eve. So today people are doing Adam and Steve, Adam and Eve and Mary.
I guess.
And Pauline and Maggie. You know?
Yeah.
So to say, you know, that part of those sexualities is an area that has been a lot of debate and confusions.
Yes.
People are avoiding to talk.
That's true.
They're afraid to talk.
It's like, what do I say? Do I even have the right terminology?
So every now and then we'll be dropping cues. But just know that biologically it's impossible for any other form of sexuality to open. These other things are people assisting each other to stimulate each other, but sex is impossible except to the man and woman. And today we are discussing these other things. As we are saying, you can always force a key in the wrong lock, but it won't turn, it won't click. You can always force. You can always insist.
Yeah.
But the manufacturer designed it, and that's how it works. You can always contort here and there, but there are consequences.
Yeah.
So we are saying it's one man, one woman. The second analogy, they're coming from polygamy, where there were many under one man and competing for resources and territory and more influence. They even sing songs. Nyumba ndogo, oh, jimbo lishachukuliwa, oh, mwambie, oh, ache kampeni, mwambie, fighting the other woman under the man.
Yes.
That's too small. Don't lower yourself there.
Absolutely.
Whatever he has, I can have.
Absolutely.
Why should I fight about him? And what special is he that I can get a portion of him? Am I a portion myself? A full package.
Yes.
You can't give me all of you. Leave me alone. I was happy alone anyway. Why? What are we fighting over?
Yes.
So don't engage in those petty cat fights. They actually objectify you. By the time you are dressing mke mwenza, mko wife, which space is this? Where are we?
Yeah.
If I was married to him and he went out to you, I myself will remove myself and let you guys be happy.
Yes.
No point addressing me. In fact, I'm not that kind of person. I'm above that. You know, I'm capable of being happy alone. I safeguard my peace and my dignity more than this image of being called Mrs. Whoever. And once people know that, they won't even throw the vibe at you. They won't.
That is so true.
So the second misperception is that there's such a thing as husband snatcher. Somebody who snatches your phone or handbag. So they bundle the other woman with thieves. As if they sneaked into your territory to snatch something and run away with it. So that understanding that this is a thief who crossed into the territory to steal something justifies the beating, because that's how we beat thieves.
That is true.
We caught them snatching. So so you see this woman going now to deal with the thief. The thief who stole my
man. Man's.
Now, if it was a goat or a cow, they came and drove away.
Without the cow, the cow cannot talk, will not refuse. The cow will just go with whoever is taking it wherever.
So make sure if you're going to fight, you're going to fight about the thief of a car, the thief of a goat, the thief of a cow, the thief of a phone. Make sure that's what you're going to fight about. Whatever was stolen had no choice.
Yes. No mind of its own.
Okay?
Yes.
If you see somebody's eyeing your child, your baby, somebody's eyeing your money, somebody's eyeing your plot, that's a thief. Even the law is behind you. The law will back you up. Get the police, arrest them. But please stop equating those other women who move around with your husband with thieves. Your husband cannot be stolen. But if it is carjackers who came with guns, now we can say he was stolen. We can run, and it's actually an emergency case, and the police and the DCI,
everyone will be on your case
to help you. So please don't. The second analogy that makes women misbehave is to bundle this woman with thieves.
Okay.
Forgetting that thieves are stealing things that are just inanimate. This is a human being who cannot be stolen without his cooperation, without his choice.
Which direction are we going? You're stealing me, you're going where? Okay.
That woman is not a thief. In any case, if you're willing to think on this level, she's exposing a side of your man you needed to know.
Absolutely. That is the truth.
If you're going to contact that woman, it should be from a colleague perspective to get information to enable you make decisions. And funny enough, when you come in a calm way, many of them are more than willing to give you information. If you learn your guy is philandering the woman, and you approach calmly saying, I'm not here to fight you. It's only my man who I contracted with. You're not part of my marriage, and I'm not expecting you to take care of me. But I understand you have a thing with him. I just wanted information to enable me make decisions about my relationship with him.
Yes.
Many of them, when they realize that, they will tell you the truth and actually exaggerate it and add other things.
Help you.
And many cases, women, by the time they get here, they've been overwhelmed by disappointment, so they can't compose themselves. They overreact. When they see the demon. The person who is responsible for. When you interpret it wrongly, you'll accuse the wrong people. Somebody was commenting there when you were discussing on Facebook. You finish fighting this one, you realize there were 5 others. It was actually a tournament. I
actually highlighted that. I was just like, what?
So now you've just seen the first hit.
You got 5 more to go.
Tournaments have hit 1, hit 2, quarterfinals. So it's to say the second analogy is to equate her with a thief and want to attack her as if she actually crossed. And we say, when a lady said that she was seated in salon and women were discussing those husband snatchers, and they were hitting each other up and talking about how these women, and the only reason is, the only way you would accuse her if she raped him. If it was a forced thing, you would call it that way. All of them are forgetting that this man is choosing. The third analogy that makes it wrong, and women keep fighting about it because they don't understand it, because when you get married, nobody else cares about your union. People tend to assume that you should respect people's marriages.
Yes.
You hear that notion all around.
All the time.
Respect people's marriages. Mikali, I care about you. I hope your life is happy, but I have bad news for you. Nobody else cares. Please make peace with that ugly fact.
Okay.
That even your own sister or your own cousin or whoever.
That is true.
The thing that drives people is not respect for your union, is for their own survival. Understand that? People are driven by their own survival. People are driven by their own interest. People have varying degrees of self-respect and dignity or lack of it. You shall not equate yours. Me, I will never get to people's marriages. But you are not everyone, so thank you for you.
Yes.
That is for you.
Good for you. There are people out there.
And I asked you the other day, although you don't steal, why do you keep locking your car?
Because there are neighbors out here waiting.
You even if you found cars of people with doors open and phones.
Yeah.
It's not in you to pick phones. Yeah. In fact, one thing my dad taught me, even money on the ground is not yours.
Yes. Yes.
My father was extreme with these issues of money. So even when it's on the ground, it's not yours. That's how traps are laid.
That's true.
You know, he told me that the greed for free things, and whenever you found money, you try to check whose is it, and try to ask, is this your money? You know.
Yeah.
And in one scenario, you will take it to the caretaker or report to the nearest pastor. Some money was collected here, whoever. That I borrowed, and it has helped me immensely. The few times I violated it, I paid for it immediately. Some things, I think they're instilled in you because of where you're going in life.
That's true.
There's something God arranges to make sure you learn them.
Yeah.
So the few times that if the conductor forgets to ask me for money, I always remind them. In fact, I run after them to pay them.
Yeah.
But sometimes, this guy, even they overcharge. Today, if you don't... So I go with 50 shillings. The next place I go to pay with 1,000. The person disappears with the change.
All of you.
I disappeared with 50. Somebody disappeared with 1,000.
Yes.
It happened several times. I said, I get the lesson. You know,
enough.
So there's it's not somebody's responsibility to take care of your union, to respect it, not to cross borders. It is not. I saw one show, very emotional, emotive. This lady saying she collected this lady girl from the street, cleaned up and employed her as a househelp. She ended up sleeping with her husband. So they're meeting again now on our show to say, how could you do that to me after all that I did for you?
Oh, wow. They met again?
On our show now, one of the sensational shows.
Yes.
That are very emotive and are saying, this woman is violating a very fundamental human rule. These people you collect in the streets, sometimes you clean them up physically, but internally, they're still savage. And we're not saying you should not help. You should just help without expecting that the person has become like you. They always have gratitude.
Yeah.
Libraries are full of stories of people who are betrayed by the benefactor, the person, the beneficiary who they had picked from zero.
Many stories.
And I don't know why we don't learn. Don't help without protecting yourself. The same person whom you worked, Balonza the late sang a song saying her best friend whom they prayed together, told her about her relationship. They shared, Finally, she conducted a coup together with that boyfriend. They went, and now she is betrayed by the two most important people in her life. You know?
Yeah.
As you assist people, whether they assist, and family, I must keep repeating family because we tend to confuse family with friends. Family doesn't always mean friends. Family doesn't mean friends. In fact, you become sister when they need you. When they need money from you, they stand on the position of my daughter or my sister, my niece, my uncle so strongly when they need your help. When they don't need your help, they forget. In fact, they act like, who is that? They don't even check on you. When you are down, they forget you. Your phone is not busy. When you're doing well, it's very busy. Uncle, auntie, how are you? Oh, see so. People rely on blood when they need you. When there is no need on their side, they don't want to be bothered. In fact, you're bothering them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
If you understand that well, you now distinguish those whom you end up forming genuine friendships and your relatives. You'll appreciate it or no on its own respect without expecting it or forcing it. If we end up being a friend with one of my sisters, genuine friendship, I appreciate so much, but I also know this friendship is voluntary. It's not based on the fact that we are sister. We are brother. This friendship is, and it can evolve and die. It has its own life. I will not always force it.
Yeah.
We can be close with mom, but I know our relationship, that friendship is there, but it is not because we are son and mother.
No.
It can be affected by other things. Things can change. So I do not over-invest, over-trust. Even friends, knowing that something can change. If I see signs of hostility, I don't disbelieve them because we have history. That's what we usually do.
Yes.
They wouldn't do that for me. We have come from very far. They will do that to you. People change. And one of the things women especially make is when the time comes for marrying, they continue the same friends they were with. We call there are some things that change when you get married. People see you very differently. Only a few people will maintain the degree of honor and honesty there was between you once your marital status has changed. Very few and far between. And you should assume that people will be affected to process the fact that your status has changed now. You're in a happier place, you're in a different place, now you're experiencing love, now you have a partner, and then they don't.
Yeah.
Or even they have one, but they wonder why you look happier.
Oh God.
Be careful with high school and college girlfriends and boyfriends, because that time you had nothing to fight over except the crashes or help, some money, some coins. The friendships of high school and college die when life begins to happen, because resources appear, money comes now, status comes, honor comes, performance comes, you're on TV now. Those things of status and prestige and honor, they attract overreaction from those people you used to trust.
Okay.
They can betray you so quickly, because one person was discussing, what if the person has cheated with my friend? Whew. It's my friend who has done this. How? So I told them, if there was another relationship, you shall confront them on that relationship, not on the basis of your marriage.
Okay.
You shall go and square with them. I had treated you like a friend, like a sister, like a brother, like a servant, like a worker, a person I was helping. But now look how you have repaid me. This relationship is over. Don't bother telling them how you will deal with your man or your woman. Don't bother telling them. That is a different discussion. They don't deserve to know.
Yeah.
You can decide to stay or deal with it in either how.
Yeah.
But if you had another relationship with this person, address that relationship independently. You had hired them, fire them.
Yes.
You had brought them closer, remove them from your life. Now you have seen their true colors.
Yeah.
You don't give them exposure to your life anymore. So if there was an existing relationship, terminate that one. Okay?
Yeah.
Even if they were brother, even if they were sister, and you see that, tell them, now we may be sister by blood, but no more friendship. Let that remain there. Accidents of ancestry made us connected by blood, but friendship and respect, zero. You know, it's David's brothers and the dad who did not believe in him at all. It's a friend who came from the other side who believed him, who could sign covenants with him. Brothers would just look down on him. Dad wouldn't even bring him for interview for a king. Being told that a king will be selected from your sons, bring your sons for interview, and you leave him out. Yeah. That one can't be. He's just out there taking care of sheep. You know?
Yes.
If they told me they would pick somebody important from my family, I'll make sure everybody is there and in good state of mind. Early enough.
Yeah.
I'll tell them, if one of you gets it, all of us, we are happy.
Yeah.
Our family, we have somebody to look out for us out there. No, we can't. Our family has prestige as a name. Let's be happy. But the father is not doing that.
No.
He's alienating. Bringing the ones that look, like, hey, macho. David looked soft, almost girly, so they did not. The Bible says they just looked. People just see, he's so nice. So what's up with this boy? Just last born, just that softy. He was not really macho, the way you'd expect male. And it's Eliab and Shammah who had the look of a king. Even the prophet was impressed. He said, surely the Lord's king is before him. God answered him quickly. God answered him. Impressions. Even the prophet was impressed. Yes. Some people can strike a pose. Yes. God told him, I don't judge like you guys. People judge outwardly. I judge the heart. You guys are looking at the stature. I'm looking at the heart. You guys are looking at the appearance and impression. I'm looking at the attitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the solution then? When you realize it's very traumatizing to be betrayed when you put all your trust. It's very traumatizing and you're likely to project it on everyone. Resist the temptation to avoid saying this person chose another person away from me, because that's very painful. Usually people pick a lesser painful version of the story, that it's not him, it's that lady who seduced. she had not seduced him, in fact, she's the cause of all this. My family was okay, and she came around, and so you blame that other person to make the story less painful.
Yeah.
But that is only half truth. The truth is, this man chose another person.
That's true.
They just decided to violate your trust.
Yep.
They did not think how it will hurt you, or they thought and they didn't care. Whatever is worse. You know, they just neglect, they just emotions. There's a baptism, mental baptism, I told you that especially men must undergo.
Yeah.
Because of having hunter instinct and initiating contact with women and doing, by nature almost, that dating period had conditioned men to check out every lady they see. The searching period.
Yes.
Text everyone, in flat. So that period of searching had aroused all the hunting instincts. I want to ask men to really prepare for that period and not to settle with one girl ahead for 5 years. You will have skipped. The reason they start looking around, one reason when they are already married, well, they skipped that part. You need to do it to the full so that the excitement is gone.
Yeah.
You get to, I no longer feel the urge to check who, in fact now my default is to hide. Once you're done with that stage, Mwigali, you're
because
done.
you now know you had all the options, but you chose what is best.
It felt exciting before you did it. Once you're done with it, the excitement is not, okay, thank you, I'm done with that part. You know, that you hear enough no's.
Yes.
You're disappointed enough. Yeah. You're frustrated enough that when you're finally done, okay, guys, you guys go, it's your turn. Me, I'm done. You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes with TVs, my wife, she tells me the hardest part of having to go back to dating is that part of putting yourself out there.
Hey. Where?
You know,
it's almost like you do not know how to do it again. It's just how.
So the trauma of having been betrayed may tempt you to avoid the truth that this person simply chose another person.
That's true.
Square with that, and it will be painful, but it will be liberating. Through the hurts, but it sets free. It hurts you, but it sets you free. Because this person can simply go on choosing other people.
Yeah.
And you can't fight all those people.
No, you can't.
They can just change their hiding techniques. You discover this one, you go out there fighting, they learn how to hide better. Deal with them squarely. Let them get to know whether there is any future here or not. So make decision by accepting this person made a choice to violate our covenant. That is unpleasant, it is painful, but it is the only truth that will liberate you.
Yeah.
There's a book by a lady called Janice called After the Affair. She's discussing what changes when your trust has been violated, the trauma, how it can shake you internally, how it can confuse your belief about love and justice and fairness and the truth, and how life operates, and how it can make you question your image and the ability to rest again in trust and open yourself emotionally again. She's discussing all those, what happens, and it does not affect people the same way, and the rate of recovery. It's like
different.
when the same trauma, when the same hit or the same injury happens to people, they recover different pieces. Well, there's a general range of a bone once broken on the heart, and doctors will give you a general range of say maybe 6 months, or but some people can be shorter, some people longer, depending on other factors. The same way emotional traumas are affected that way. But although there's a period, they usually say about 1 year, many people have begin to come back to functioning. It's too painful, but now they can function. Depending on how inconveniencing it was. Because if it happens earlier in life or later in life, how many other things are being affected? How much building economically, socially had you done?
Yeah.
You have heard of people who negotiated and said, it's too expensive to work out now. Let's just separate when you're inside. You stay over there.
And I will be over here.
So
we'll be parents to these children.
They were negotiating. By that time, there is not even children.
So what are we negotiating?
These are retirees who say, it's too much to work out, and this has been my home all the years. You live over there. In fact, when there's children, you must work out because you can't keep children and that kind of environment.
You shouldn't.
It's too poisoning. So it's people who no longer, they're retired now. This person has begun cheating, doing things out there. So okay, so you have another life to live. You go live your life and sleep over there. No beef. You can't deal with that. There are many people living like that. They are not children anymore. What they were doing is how much social investment I have done.
Yeah.
And to start adjusting and building from zero takes too much energy. And can we respect each other? Live your life over there.
Yeah.
I live my life over there. It's a very difficult, but many people are negotiating the layers of investment. When it happens too late in life, you can migrate and start another life. Or you can calculate and say, I don't have the energy to start constructing another house. Now, changing my address. You know? So this is to say, sometimes it's where it has happened in life and what had happened. Now, there is this bile of woman to woman, of feeling like, what do you have that I don't have? Sometimes you may be tempted to compare yourself with whoever the person cheated with. And to see what they have and start wondering if you had that, perhaps.
Perhaps maybe if my waist was a bit smaller.
You know.
Or if I wore wigs more instead of my natural hair,
the person who commented there said, some people will cheat on you with the people they don't want you to be like.
Exactly. So they will want you to wear nicely, long dresses, go to church, no wigs, natural hair. But when you find them, it will be a woman who is exactly with the long hair, who is after the money, that is a gold digger now, and you know, like everything that you are not, and they are telling you not to be, is what they're doing.
And I'll tell you the reason. Does not mean that they are approving that person.
No.
It means there's a side of them that they know. Everybody has the yin and the yang. You remember that?
Yes.
They know this is the right thing, this is what they want. But during moments of temptation and lust and weakness and insanity, they're attracted to the bad. So it is that moment of temptation they gave in, that side of lust, that drew them there. That is not an approval that woman is good now.
Or better than you.
No. And that's how you see those men who sacrifice their family for that side chick or that person, the person ends up becoming the most toxic human being. And you try to calculate what he was thinking. He's simply built on lust, built on vices, built on failure, built on temptation, built on giving up his values. He had built a family on values. Yes. A woman of character, honest, not selfish, caring. And then in a moment of weakness, he was tempted by one who doesn't care, doesn't give a damn of anything, and doesn't have values of a wife. Then you try to marry that one. That's why I told men, it beats logic. When you cheat on a woman you want to keep with one you don't want to keep. Yes.
It doesn't make sense.
You know very well
you talked about it.
You can't keep, but it's usually a moment of madness.
Yes.
It's a moment that you usually spar on, and you're being warned by your intuition, by your mind, but you say, I can get away with it. No, this one will not damage everything. No, I'll come back soon. No, I'll return soon. Good men go wrong when they don't stop themselves in time, because everybody has the potential for lust. Every guy has the potential to go wrong. It's at what point you rein in and tame the horse. Yes.
Yeah, there's a group of the woman to woman, the fighting, and some of them would say things like young girls. So every young girl who is seen, probably at the office, a young secretary, you do not have to do anything. But I don't know where they placed themselves. I don't know what old age they are at, or they've accepted to be at, to be like every young girl around the man is definitely a potential
threat.
Yes.
And so that made you know that old is an attitude.
It is an attitude. Because by the time I had that, I was a teenager. By the time I had those things, I was a young girl. Now, looking at that statement, I'm like, they must have been my age, right? So what was that thing going on in their head at that point?
So you can be 60, you can be 50, you can be 20.
Yes.
But you feel as youthful, as agile. And you don't look down upon a certain age group and see them as your threat. Because you did not marry their age mate. You married your age mate.
Yes.
So if this person, me and you are in the same age group, we are experiencing life together. Let those ones experience the life. We have older ones than us. You will never be the oldest or youngest. This is very hard. There will always be people coming, people going. So no point of comparison. Let's do life ourselves. And if this person wants to go back there, release them. Don't attack that group.
No.
Yes.
In summary, this is what we're saying. Nobody else in this world has the duty of care over your feelings and your marriage covenant except your partner. So never waste your energy fighting off third parties. If you ever contact another person, please make it a very friendly search for information. Research. Just find out what it is they're doing. Is it true? Have your facts. And this information will enable you to make a sober decision. You heard? Admit.